Well, to continue the fiery theme, he's still to really catch fire in this match, Mark Selby. But he still maintains that 7 frames to 5 lead. It's Marco Fu who's certainly begun to slow burn in this semi-final with that ton of 135 in the last frame. So back we go, 4 more frames to play this afternoon.
Thank you, frame 13. Mark Selby to break.
Yes, as you say, Hazel, 4 more frames to be played in this second session of 4. Good break-off shot. Just short of 4 hours match time. And Marco Fu will be delighted with that break he made before the mid-session interval. A big break like that really settles you down. Ooh, and a pot like that, Will, that's a cracker.
1.
And you beyond the pink. Now, where does the pink go? This is the pot, 7'8" between cue ball and object ball, and just rolled it in. Thought the only red he could leave was the one he was playing. Didn't matter, went in so nicely. Now this pink doesn't go on its own spot, because it's as close to its own spot without touching the red in a direct line with the middle of the top cushion. And that pink is not in too bad a position. I'll have to go up for the blue here. That pink is definitely available into this corner pocket. He's potting the red.
8.
Now perfect on the blue. Can he stun down for this red just to the right of the black? That's the red he'd love to be playing on, but has he got enough angle on the blue to be able to guarantee forcing it down? If not, of course, he's still got the loose red on the left-hand side to play for. So he's chose that. Now imperative he gets this good angle on the blue. Because looking ahead, if he can get a good angle on the blue,
30.
play for that red that's just to the right of the black. He could play for the pink, and in potting the pink, open up other reds.
14.
So it's a choice here, Willie, isn't it? Do you play for that one loose red, or do you cannon into the main bunch?
I think he's not got quite the angle to go into the main bunch at speed, so I think he'll be playing for the loose red this time. And as you rightly say, if he gets low on the pink, he'll be bringing reds into play, and he can do that now. He's finished perfect on the red. Just coming around to look at the angle he needs.
19.
And these will be spreading far and wide if he finishes low on this pink.
And that's why we say, when people say how many shots in advance do you look, then obviously, in this occasion, he was looking 3 shots in advance.
20.
Now a chance to pot the pink and split the reds. Just don't take your eye off the pot. That's okay.
Pink spot still covered. Pink not available, or the black now, so once again top side of the blue needed, and then probably this time going to the bunch. Okay, he's got a loose red on the left hand side, but he'd like to go straight into them from the blue.
Thank you. 26.
When Marco plays for the blue on that side of the table, he always gets perfect top side. When he's playing on the other side, he seems to be finished short.
We play the cannon now with pace into the cluster. Now you always need a bit of luck. And at first look, he's had none.
32.
hit them pretty well, but what you want to do is to hit that top red 4 in the face, and that then keeps the cue ball in the middle of the table. Once it's hit it half ball, it's come off the side cushion, and then you're just relying on a bit of luck. And as I say, he's had none. Just got to play safe.
Yes, even though the pink went safe, the black came into open play there, so he was so unlucky not to get onto a red.
Marco Fu, 32.
Mark just got down, spotted a foreign object on the cue ball. Little rub of the gloves and replaced meticulously by Brendan Moore. Sheffield man. Too thin. Oh, he caught the bump. Now normally catching the bump is a bad thing. He won't be too unhappy with that result.
There is a pot on here for Marco. But he's got to avoid the 2 reds on the left-hand side. And didn't avoid them. Nor has he done any damage. He'd like to get the one that's nearest the pocket, and I think there's a gap.
One.
Once again, both players struggling to get top side of the blue from that left-hand side.
I think if you can roll the blue in, and we see, well, just alongside the blue line, if you're looking to leave a straightish red to the left corner. Now, I don't know whether he can drop this red in and play. He's just having a look now, see if he can get on the black to the opposite corner pocket. It looks as though he can.
6.
And of course, if he got on the black, knocked it in, had it on its spot, available into both corners, you can see a big break here. Oh, don't miss the red.
Mark Selby, 6.
Well, that is unexpected. It was the last thing I thought of. He wasn't having to do much with the cue ball. No excuse for missing that. Just must have hit with a trace of left-hand side, just didn't catch the centre of the cue ball.
Yes, it's certainly a chance miss there with where the black was. He could have got onto the black nicely. That's a better pace.
Yeah. What we saw just before you came back to us, the professional opinion of Mark Selby, and everybody sort of intimated that he's one of the few players that can win when he's not at his absolute best. He can grind out a result. Full ball kiss on the green isn't good for Marco. Okay. Green is maybe hampering Mark for this red to the left corner, but the fact that he can get his hand on the table should enable him to play a better safety shot than his opponent there. Well, if the red goes in, that's a bonus. The main thing was to get the red into the jaws and screw the cue ball back to the ball cushion. Having seen the red so close, he's wondering why it didn't go in. Just the pace kept it out. Well, this red was trundling towards the right corner, but did it stop in time? Mark not looked at the thin cut. Needs to miss the brown for it to be a good shot. And it has done. Excellent safety now. And Marco Fu with a problem to solve here. This is not straightforward to play it safe off this. Well, he must feel that just rolling to that red, the bottom one of the two reds in the middle of the table is not available. So he managed to find a simple solution to the problem. And there you see. That red isn't available in the middle of the table. Another safety, trying to get in behind the green. Played it very nicely. Calling the shots at the moment. 26 points behind is Mark Selby, so he knows he needs the next opportunity. If Marco gets it, it could be frame over. One kissed the blue, full in the face, so was never going to get safe. Easy red. Can he get position? Will he want to play for the black? Nearly fluked it.
It's risky to play for the black, but I agree with you, John. If he does get on the black, he's got a chance of scoring a little heavier than playing up for a baulk colour. He could decide to bring the pink into play, play it firm and try and push through the pink, get it in play. Play it very, very thin. He was sure to get the white in open play if he plays it thin.
Yeah, it's decision time really, isn't it? Does he play for the black? No, he's going up for a baulk colour. And that's the problem when the balls are close. As soon as the cue ball, after hitting the object ball, hit the cushion, it checked. And that's what you're going to get.
That's why I thought he might play it thin, go into the pink. Big shot needed here.
Yeah, and it's not straightforward, this. He's worried about the red that's near the top cushion, and he's got to avoid the kiss on the brown and the green. And all those things made that pot very difficult. He's struggling at the moment, Mark Selby, as he throws his extension on the floor. He's just looking a little bit rattled, Willie.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit against Sam Baird. He struggled a little bit against Karen Wilson. But as Stephen Hendry says, he can win with his B game sometimes. He'll need to up it to his A game very shortly. He's going to have any chance of winning this World Championship. But he's still in front of the match.
Marco's okay. He's just shown you where he wants the cue ball to be. Just screw back about 6 inches and leave himself the straight red to the left middle. He can't get the cue ball away from the cushion. Now this is okay if the pink is available into the left corner. I assume it is.
7.
So he can just drop this red in dead weight and retain position on the pink.
Eight.
Couldn't have a better chance than this to win a frame. Well, there's an interesting tournament total
40.
points. 4,160 apiece. Marco
50.
Fu has just gone ahead.
It's amazing that they played the best of 19 and 3 best of 25s. Oh, 2 best of 25s, and now they're playing this game. It's amazing what happens and how it
21.
happens.
22.
So this red will put him 54 points ahead
28.
with just 51 remaining and the pink to follow.
29.
So I can't see any way back here for Mark Selby in this frame. Marco Fu had the worst possible start to the match in the first session, losing the first 3 frames. Has got back to within 1 now. Game on.
$35.
He'll give this red due care and attention. This will keep Mark Selby in his seat. Oh, and he's missed it. So Mark
Fu.
Selby may encourage to come
35.
back to the table. And Marco Fu goes back to his seat. 60 points to lead, 51 remaining.
Thanks.
Think half. Thinking he may get the double. At the moment, 3 4-point snookered needed from his opponent. The first opportunity Mark Selby gets, he'd love to be potting a couple of reds, a couple of blacks, and leave the last red on the table for possible snooker, come free ball. Here's a chance for Marco now to put this frame to bed. I can't see any reason why he wouldn't play this red that's just to the right of the pink into the right corner, stun across off the side cushion. He decided not to. He'd be wishing he'd gone for the pot now because he'd left the pot on for Mark. Okay, he might have got a bad contact, but I didn't see the reason for not playing the pot there. So here's a chance for Mark. He can afford a pink off one of these reds. Long way out. Slightly worrying times for me. Long pot success, just over 50%. I think Marco Fu 64%. I think roughly about 2/3 of what you go for long pots is about the average. And pot success, Marco now up to 90%. Mark Selby still in the 80s. Alright, high 80s, but Marco Fu just looking the better player at the moment.
Yes, having looked at most of those stats, it just shows you what a seasoned match player he is. And Stephen Hendry mentioned he's the only player that seems to be able to win when he's playing poorly. That's the first of 3 snookers he needs, albeit it should be easy to hit. And we always say, John, don't they? It's okay, it might be 3 snookers to hit. You probably have to get about 8 snookers to get the desired points.
Yeah, and very difficult to get a snooker on all 3 reds. That's why, as I say, if he gets the opportunity, Mark, he'd love to put a couple of reds and blacks. Well, at least he's brought the reds into the open. Clever little shot. So here's an opportunity now for Mark to pot this red, play for the black. Just needs to slow up.
1.
Let's see, if he pots the pink, he'll go 53 points behind with 43 remaining, so he'll still be at the 3 snookers required. But tough shot this. Nah, tough shot. And I'm certain he'd like to concede now, but it's etiquette. When it's your opponent's turn at the table, you don't concede. But if Marco doesn't pot this red, I'm certain that Mark will concede.
Frame conceded.
Yes.
Frame Marco.
He had enough. He had to pot that difficult pink. So Marco Fu got in. No big breaks that time, just the breaks of 32 and 35. But, well, Mark Selby just beginning to wobble a little bit for me, although he still leads 7-6.